what are we doing? So the first number we're going to do is 7,632. So on the abacus, we're going to do 7,000. We have 7,000 on the abacus. No, we don't. We have it right here. There we go. So we have 5, 6, 7, and then we have 6. That's what 6 looks like. All the top beads that are counted on the top, that is the value of 5. When we're looking at it, the top bead is counted, and the bottom beads are counted. The only bottom beads that are counted are over here. We notice that we have 2 columns that are being used. Hello, hello, hello. What we're doing is we're learning how to read the abacus, and we're going to do 30. So we have 1, 2, 3. That's what 30 looks like. And then we have 2. 1, 2. So we notice that anytime the beads are touching the reckoning bar, that is what's considered counted. So we have a 4-digit number. We have 4 columns that we're utilizing. So these are the 4 columns we're utilizing. We have our ones, our tens, our hundreds, our thousands. When we look, we're going to do it. We're going to color on our abacus. We do 7. We have 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. We have 1 plus 5 is equal to 6. And then we have 3. 1, 2, 3. And then the next number is 2. 1, 2. Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you, everybody, for joining. And so we're going to do the next number. Our next number is, 7,229. So we have 7,000 on the abacus. Notice I'm only doing the 1 right now. This is the thousands. And then we do hundreds. We have 2 hundreds and then 2 tens. And then our final number is the ones. This is 9. 9, when we look, is 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. And then what we're going to do is we're going to color in our number. 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then again, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. So we have 7,229. So that's what it looks like on the abacus. Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you for joining. Please keep your mind open for something different.
Open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
So when we're looking, this is 7. We're doing 4-digit. This is the 4-digit number, and we're doing 4 digits, 4 columns. Hello, Stephanie. Hello, Stephanie. It's been a little bit, hasn't it? I remember you. We have 7,146. So we have 7,146. That's what it is. So 7,000, this is 7,000. We have 5, 6, 7. We have 1. That's what 1 looks like. And then we have 4. 4 on the number, 4 on the abacus. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have 6. 6 is over here. I have a headache. Oh, I am a headache? You have a headache? Take some Tylenol. So we have 7. 1, 2, 3. There's 5, 6, 7. We have 1. Then we have to do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unless the headache is a caffeine headache, and you might need to get some caffeine. Hello, Plant Lady. Thank you so much for the follow. Unless it's a caffeine headache. Oh, I hate those. And then you might need to drink more caffeine. I don't know. Drink some water with some electrolytes. Maybe that will help. And then we have 6. 5, 6. That's what it is. 5, 6. So then the next number we have is going to be 3,540. What is, ew, it's the weather? Yeah, I could see that. But it's also really hot, right? And so you might be dehydrated. So we have 3,000 on the abacus. 1, 2, 3. We have 5. That's 500 because it's in the hundreds place. We have 40, and then we have 2. So we have 3,542. Thank you, Stephanie, for joining. I appreciate that. Even though you have a headache, you're still here. Hopefully my stuff doesn't get annoying, too annoying. My laughing gets all cackly and everything, you know what I mean? Let's see how many trolls I can get today. Okay, so we have, no, we didn't have 3. Oops, that's a bad one. So we have 3, 1, 2, 3. My mistake, my bad. We have to do a 5. That's the 500. We do 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have 2, 1, 2. Oh, my whole body shaking from the beat. Thank you, Treasure. Thank you, Treasure. I don't know why. I am bored again. I don't know why you're at a 9 Inch Nails concert and you're on the phone. Get off your phone. So our next number is 4,684. So we have 4,000 on the abacus, 684 84. So on the abacus, we're going to do 4,000. So we have 4 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 6, 5, 6, 5, 6. We have 8 over here. So 8 is over here. We have 5 plus 3 is 8. And then we're going to color in 8 over here. We have 4. This is 4 on the abacus. And then we just color in 4 beads on the paper. That's it. It's just a DJ right now. It hasn't started yet. It hasn't started yet? Oh my lord. Oh, thank you so much. I am bored. Thank you so much for checking in. I'm honored that I'm here listening to 9 Inch Nails. I appreciate that. So, is this complicated? No, it is not complicated. That word is complicated. So when we're looking, we do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 6. 5, 6. We do it again. 5, 6. I can't hear it. I'm going to go. I can't hear anything. Go. I am bored. I'll see you later. Bye. I am bored. Good evening, miracles. Good evening. So then we have 2. 1, 2. I have a 4-digit number. Because I have a 4-digit number, I'm only going to use 4 columns on my abacus. So we have 4, 6, 6, 2. That's what that looks like. When we're looking, we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 6, 5, 6, and then we do again 5, 6, and then this is 2. 1, 2. When the beads are touching the reckoning bar, they're being counted. So these 4 columns are being counted because I have beads touching the reckoning bar. That's what that looks like. So when we color it in, we have 4,000. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 6, 5, 6. We do it again, 5, 6, and then we do 2. 1, 2. So then our next number is going to be what? 3,660. 3,660. And there's my 0. So we have 3,000 on the abacus. We have 1, 2, 3. We have 60, 5, 6. And then we have again 5, 6. 0 means that we don't need to color anything in, because that just means that none of the beads are touching the reckoning bar. 0 is our placeholder. So our next number is 7,623. So on the abacus, we have 7,623. So when we're coloring it in, all we got to do is 7,000. We have 5, 6, 7. We have 60, 600, 5, 6, 20, 1, 2, and then 3. 1, 2, 3. Our next number we have is going to be 6,094. That's what we're going to do. Wow, this is easier than I thought. I told you, right? Push, pull, and commit. I know, right? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Right, buttery toast. Wow, I do not understand. You don't understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, or do you not understand the beads that are on the abacus? So the next one we're going to do is 6. We have 6. So this is what 6 looks like. 5, 6. And then we're going to color it in. 5, 6. That's it. This is 0, so none of the beads are touching this reckoning bar. So this column is 0. This is my placeholder. My next number I have is going to be 9. 9 is, we see 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. 9 on the abacus is all the beads touching. Every number is represented. We have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is on my number. 4 is on the abacus. And then we finally just color in 4 on the abacus. When is an abacus used? Whenever you need to do adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. Whenever you need to teach the kids the fundamentals of basic arithmetic. It's when you want to do a hobby like doing Sudoku, crossword puzzles, jigsaw puzzles, you could do abacus. You want to do abacus because you want to keep your brain to keep active, so you do some brain gymnastics so you don't get dementia. You want to do abacus because it's fun. You want to do abacus because does it pertain to life? It can. You can count calories. You can, what can you do? You could do road trips and distance. You can do a comparison chart. When you do rentals, you could figure out how many hours per money for your salary. You could do that, or you can even use it to track your miles when you exercise. There's many things you could do with an abacus, exactly of how many things you could do with your basic arithmetic. What we're doing here is we're visualizing our numbers. Wow, I didn't know. I don't think I'd ever used one before. No. Beads past the bar. So the top beads over here is considered 5. So when we look at it, this is 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. When we have that, that's what it would look like. Thank you, push pull. Hello, 300. It's good for, yes, thank you. It is good for multiplication. Thank you. Top, bottom. Yes, thank you, thank you. Thank you, push pull. Thank you, push pull. Hello, death. Hello, death. Yes. So this one would be 55,555.55. So when you're looking, we have this as my ones place. Over here is my decimals. And, oh no, that's the wrong one. But yes, you're absolutely right. We can do multiplication and division on the abacus. So the next number we're going to do is 1,560. We have 1,560. That's all we're doing. So when we go on the abacus, we have 1,000. That's what 1 looks like. And then we do 5. The top bead is always 5, no matter what, just as Paul mentioned, right? The top bead is the value of 5. Then we have 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. We have 5 plus 1 is 6. And then we have 0, which is our placeholder, our place value, which is what? You don't want to ignore your zeros, because that would really suck if you ignore your zeros when you have a paycheck. So what we want to do is we want to make sure we have our zeros, and that's what pushes everything over. So we have our thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. Thank you so much for liking the live. Thank you so much for liking the live. So our next number is going to be 9,000. That's the 9,000. We have 900. That's what 900 looks like. One. That's the one here. And then we have 8. So we have 9,918. On the abacus, we're going to color it in. We notice that this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5 plus 3 is 9. And then 1 and then 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. We're going to color it in. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1. And then 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. So what we're doing, thank you, Jaw. Thank you, Jaw. So we're going to do 80. Notice with 80, it's only 2 digits. Even though it's 2 digits, I'm only going to use 2 columns. So we have 80 on the abacus. And now I can subitize. Subitizing is what you can see. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. But don't forget that there's a 0 here. This is where our placeholder is. Our placeholder is the 0. So that's why we call it 80. This is 8. But because we're in the second column, this is my tens place. So this is my 8 and my 0. Oh, good buttery toast. Well done, well done. So that's what it is. So what we just did is we understood how to read the abacus. It is now going to be your turn. Let's try something different. Let's try this one. There we are. So this is my book. It is another puzzle. This time we're talking about two digits, tens and ones. When we're looking, thank you, Lucy, for the follow. Thank you, Brian, for the follow. Thank you, Key, for the share. So when we're looking, it's an example of how to read the abacus. This is my single digit from 0 to 4. This is, again, single digit from 5 to 9. And we do a little review of how to read the abacus. And then I review on what the place values are. So we talk about our tens and our ones. Excuse me, just in case you forget, this would be your tens and this would be your ones. And then that's how it would look on the abacus. So after that, I give you this mask maze. What is this mask maze? This mask maze is to help protect the answers. The reason why is because it's easy to see what the answers are. The idea for the maze is you try to figure out what the abacus is, but if you see it like this, it's easy to see if this is not 1, right? It's easy to see that the number is 95. So when I use the mask maze, it's to cover up the path. So you need to focus on the actual number before you can tell me what it is, to figure out what the path is. So here we are. What number do we think this is? We have our 10s and we have our 1s. We have our 10s and our 1s. What number? Thank you, Key, for the share. What number do we think this is? If you're interested, I do have this book available in my TikTok shop or over here. My name is Lynette. I've been teaching abacus for about 20 years now. Whew, that is a little bit. So, for those of you that are interested, please let me know what number you think this is.
Bueller. 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 Bueller.
All right. So for those of you that don't know, our number here is going to be 74. We have 5, 6, 7, and then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that takes me to this number over here, and then we're going to do it again. What number, thank you, Buttery Toast, what number do you think this is? We have our 10s and then our 1s. What number do we think that is? Thank you, everybody, for joining. Please keep your mind open for something different.
Now open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
Well done, Water Malone. Thank you, Jaw. Thank you, Sand. So yes, it is 90. Actually, 7 looks like that. That's what 70 looks like. What we're going to do is we're going to have it 90. It'll be 98. We have 5, 6, 7, 8. Thank you, 10. Thank you for the roses. Thank you, Death. Thank you, Duncan. Okay, so we have 98. I'm going to color in the path. It goes like that. Our next number is, what number do you think this is? We have our 10s, and then we have our 1s. What number do you think that is? Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for liking the live. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Welcome to the real world.
I am here to show the matrix what an abacus is, and this is what an abacus is. So for those of you that are interested, what number do we think this is? We have our 10s and we have our 1s. We have our 10s, thank you, Tanye. We have our 1s. So when we're looking, Key, it is 1, 2, 3. 50 looks like that. 50 is the top bead. 52 looks like that. But the question we have is actually 37. 30, 1, 2, 3, and then 7. 5, 6, 7. So our answer is going to be 37. That leads us to our next number. What number do we think this is? So we have our 10s and we have our 1s. Oh yeah, not a problem. I almost said 87. Almost. Unreal how simple it is. Thank you, Gerard. Gerard. Thank you. Is it 21? It is not 21. But the 5 and the... Yes, it is 71. So, with the 5 is touching the reckoning bar, the 2 is also touching the reckoning bar. This is what's being counted. So, this is 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. So, we have 1. So, at least you got that. That's the 1. And then if we do 3, 3 is actually like that. The bottom beads, 1, 1, 1. Those are 3 1s. That's what 31 would look like. But the question is actually 71. And it takes us to our next path. What number do we think this is? If I need to do that. So I have my 10s and my 1s. Yes, thank you, Jaw. Yes, exactly. Put the 5 and 2 was lifted. Yes, exactly. What is our next number? Yay, Yes, 55. Easy. Almost. 50. It's not 2. Yes, thank you. It is 55. It is 55 because the top beat is a value of 5. 5, 5. 2 looks like this because we're talking about place values. This is the ones, tens, hundred, thousands, 10,000s. If I did this, this would be 11, not 2. We have 50, looks like that. 5 and a 0. But the question is 55. Oh, well done. Good job. Good job. So this is 55. This is the value of 5. So when we put it together, it is 5, 5, 55. So the answer is 55. And then it takes us to our next number. What number do we think this is? We have our tens and we have our ones. What number do we think that is? Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Please keep your mind open for something different. Hello, Boop.
Now open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
It is 45. Thank you, everybody. It is 45. How is it 45? Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, right? This is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have the 5. The top bead is always a value of 5. It's 10 when the bottom beads are touching the top. It is not 10. It is 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. If I did it over here, this would be 10. This would be 14, 24, 34, 44. And then if I did this, this would be 144, 244, 344, and then 444. So the question was actually 45. So we have 40 on the abacus, the tens column, and then we have the 5 in the ones column. So our number is 45. What about the 2 rows in the back? Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, my God, this is how we count our money at the grocery store. Oh, that's cool, Sasha. That's really cool. The 2 in the back, just as mentioned, Sasha mentioned, the 2 over here is for the decimals. That's all it is. So we have our tenths and our hundreds. We have our ones, tens, hundred, thousands, 10,000s. After the ones is what? Tenths and then hundreds. What number do we think this is? So we did 45. Now our next number is going to be what? That's the tenths and that's the ones. What number do we think this is? Thank you. It is 35. Thank you, Valerie. Yes, thank you, Boop. Thank you, Bug. Thank you, Lynn. Yes, it is 35. 35 on the abacus, 35 on the thing. So we have 35. It takes me down here, and then I have my next number. What number? This will be easy. What number do we think that is? What number do we think? Thank you, Giovanni, so much for the gifts. Thank you for the rose and the finger heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Boop. Thank you, Valerie. It is 3. Happy wife of Charles Rathbone. Okay, cool. Hello, Poetic Equation. How's it going? Yes, thank you, Lynn. Yes, it is 3. Thank you so much for checking in. Thank you so much for checking in. Thank you, 10. Yay. Okay, it is 3. 1, 2, 3. And it goes over here. So what's our next number? So what we're doing is we're understanding how to read the abacus. After we learn how to read the abacus, we will go into understanding how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. That's what we will be doing. But the first thing we're going to do is understand what? How to read the abacus. That's what we're going to do. Hello! Thank you, Poetic. Good morning. No, good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, Giovanni, for the donut. That is awesome. Thank you so much for the gifts. Okay, how are we doing? So we have our tens and then we have our ones. What number do we think? I love the drive to teach. Ha! Thank you so much. I do enjoy it a lot. I do enjoy it. Yes, it is 25. 25. The 20, 1, 2, and the top beat is the 5. There you go. Well done. Well done. It's great when they start saying, "Oh my God," when they start making epiphanies. And when their head starts exploding, that's when it's fun. Okay, what is our number? What is our number? We have our tens, and then we have our ones. Thank you, poetic equation. Yes, thank you, poetic. You're absolutely right. It is 30. Thank you, Boop. It is 34. Well done. We have 30, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, 10. Yay. So we have 34. We're going to color it in. And then we have our next number. What is our next number? We have our tens, and then we have our ones. Is it 50? Thank you for checking in. Thank you so much for the donuts. Thank you so much for the donut. Yes, it is 6-7. It is 6-7. It is 6-7. Yes. There you go. It is 6-7. And then, what do we have next? What is our final answer? Oh, that's too much. What's our final answer? What do we have? And then we'll go into adding and subtracting. Yes, thank you. It is 9. So on the abacus, this is 9. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well done, everybody. Well done. That's it. So this is my book. We are talking about 2-digit abacus. We talked about the tens and the ones. I do have this abacus available, and it becomes in a little bundle. I did I did pin it at the bottom. Oh, that's interesting. I did pin it at the bottom for those of you that are interested. And what it is there's a bunch of mazes. And what this does is to introduce how to read the abacus. If you're interested, I do have the answers in the back of the book. That's not the back of the book. And then I also provide two separate types of mazes. This is the second type of maze. This second type of maze is I give you the number and you're supposed to color it in. So this is practicing about coloring and understanding what the beads look like when you color it in. So that's what this is. And it is available in my TikTok shop. It is also available over here if you're interested. I do have a huge collection of books. Is it huge? It's getting big. It is getting big. I do have a collection of books over here. My name is Lynette. I've been teaching abacus for about 20 years now. Oh, is it ready?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Those are for the trolls. Hello, Edric. Thank you so much for checking in. Thank you so much for checking in. I was like thinking, I've been different ways of doing so far on the abacus. How do you do 2-digit multiplication? Okay. So let's do some 2-digit multiplication. We are gonna jump ahead. The problem is what? Okay, let me find it. We'll do this. And then okay, we'll do this. Yeah, I can't wait for the trolls. You have to really know your you really need to know your formulas. Do you know your formulas? We can do that, and I'll do another one. Oh, I need paper. Okay, here we go. So the first thing we're going to do is we need to understand our decimal points. No, our answers. Where are we going to put our answers? Our answer is going to be what column? The reason why is because in abacus world, we need to do distributive property. Distributive property means what? Distributive property means that we break up the number. If I can find my little card. Here it is. Distributive property means what? We break the number up into smaller parts. So the question we have right now is 37 times 64. So we have 37 on the abacus times that by 64. No, you're fine. Okay. we need to do what? The first thing we need to do is understand distributive property. Distributive property means we're going to break up our numbers. So each individual number is going to be multiplied out. When we do it, right, we're not going to do 660 times 37. We're going to do 6 times 3. That's what makes it more manageable. But before that, we need to understand where to put our digit. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We notice that if we have 4 digits on the question, our answer is going to be somewhere in the thousands column. So that's what we need to know. So we're going to be somewhere in the thousands column. Now, there's a few things we also need to know is there might be some adding of the 5 and there might be some adding of the 10. We will go slow. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to do 6 times 3. 6 times 3 is equal to 18. Add the 1, add the 8. I'm going to put my finger here. What's our next number? We do 6 times 7. 6 times 7 is 42. Add the 4. How do I do that? How do I add the 4? Shear. How do I add the 4 here? I don't know, Tristan. I'm not there yet. I'm still working through the problem. The answer is not to, the point of this live is not to give me the answer. The point of my live is to understand how to use the abacus. Yes, thank you, Sheer. So when we do it, plus the 4 is equal to what? Plus the 10 minus the 6. So we're going to plus the 10, take away the 6. And then we have plus the 2, right? Now what are we going to do? We've already done our 6. We need to go to the next number. The next number is, if I can find a marker, I need to, here we go. Okay. So what's our next number? We're going to do 3. 1, 2, 3. Why? Because there's 3 here. 1, 2, 3. We need to do 4 times 3. 4 times 3 is 12. Add the 1, add the 2. Add the 1, add the 2. Right? What's our next number? 4 times 7. 4 times 7 is... I did, JJ. I did. You didn't hear me. So it is 28. So we have the 2 and the 8. We add the 2. See? I saw you. You can't sneak here. Okay, so add the 2. Sheer. I might get another greenie. Hello, JJ. Sheer, what are we doing here? We need to add the 2. To add the 2, what do we do? We don't have enough beads to add the 2. What do we do? Thank you, Sheer. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much for the sub. Yes, so it's plus the 5 minus the 3. So plus 2 is equal to plus the 5 minus the 3. And then we need to add the 8. So the difference is here. What? What's the difference? The only thing that you need to really know is your adding of the 5 and adding of the 10. Don't get that. Don't let that stop you. But again, and then the other thing is we're doing distributive property. I'm not teaching you how to do FOIL. FOIL is an acronym, but it doesn't work when you have more numbers. I teach you what we call distributive property. You need to understand to do one number at a time. We do not need to do 60 times 30. We don't need to do that because there's too many zeros. All we need to do is do 6 times 3, and you'll see that the abacus will actually keep track of it. So let's do it again. We have 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 times 3 is 18. Notice when I put 18 on the abacus, I have 1,800. Now when we look at it, we don't have to understand, we don't need to worry about our zeros. We do it again. 6 times 7 is 28. Remember, plus the 10 minus 6 plus the 8. Right? So if you look, we don't again, because we don't need to do 60 times 7. This 60 is too much. We want to make it down to manageable chunks. So we have 6 times 7 is equal to 42. I'm sorry. Pushing shells isn't that hard. You're right. and they're not shells, they're beads. Only the burden without who taught me makes it hard. I have no clue what that meant. It is late EST for math. Correction, too late for me. That's fine, you can leave. You don't need to stay. I'm not putting a gun to your head to stay in my live. Okay, so does that make sense, Cheer? When you do it one step at a time, and then you have to look at your number and see if you can add it. The biggest question is, can you add it, right? The idea is, if you don't have enough, then how do you do it? And that's why the workflow works well. You have to figure out, can I add the 5 or can I add the 10? The first thing is to add the 5. If you can add the 5, then do it. If you cannot add the 5, then you got to go to add the 10. That's it. Why don't you just ignore comments you don't like? You're so excited to be rude. Ha! Because I get trolls, and if you were live, you would get trolls too, and you would be just as excited. Try going live and see what happens. All right, we can do another one. Here's another one. This would be a little bit simpler. So we have 53 times that by 83. We have 53 on the abacus. Times that by 83. You make it so approachable and simple. Thank you, Sheer. Tristan, I'm not here for everybody. If you don't like it, you can leave too. Perfectly fine. Doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm too old to worry about that. So let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, why? Because what we're doing is we're understanding that we just need to count our question. When we count our question, we know we're going to be our thousands column. That's it. We do not need to do 80 times 50. That's huge. I apologize. I'm a pathologist. Oh, thank you. Saying it was cool. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that, Dad. I appreciate that. Yeah. Sometimes, but that's the thing, right? Like, we only see comments. Like, we can't tell by tone. But, it's good if you have a thick skin and you're okay to banter. Because I'm okay to banter. I get a lot of people that I banter with. Thank you so much for checking in, Sheer. I always forgot to heart me. All right, Jeremy, teach me. Make sure you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. Jeremy.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Do you understand the words that are coming out from my mouth?
I can't wait for trolls. All right. Now, what we're going to do again is we're going to understand the beads. We're going to do a little review. We do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. The top bead is a value of 5. Oh, sorry. Maybe I should do that. So the top bead is a value of 5. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When we look, every number is represented on the abacus. We can do 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. So that's what we can do. Or we can do 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Now, when we have this, we are understanding that every column that touches, every beads that are touching the reckoning bar is being counted. If I did this, none of the beads are touching the reckoning bar. That means that none of these beads are being counted. This is 0. This is reset. We have 1. This is touching the reckoning bar. So this is considered 1. If I add the 5, we have 6. If I have 2, I add the 5, we have 7. If I have 3, I add the 5, we have 8. We have 4, add the 5, and now we have 9. Pushing, pulling. Thank you, applesauce. I wonder, Dead, if you know where this one came from. If I can find it.
Now, open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
If you get that one, I know you're old. All right. So that is a little review. When we're looking at it, thank you, applesauce, for the reminder. When we're looking at it, every column, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, those are what's being counted. These are the place values. right? And then if you're wondering, after the ones, these are decimal. After the decimal is the tenths and the hundredths. So, mathematician evil love every time. Yeah, I read the comments because I want to see if I can have a laughter out of it, and it doesn't matter. Yeah, if it's at the expense of a troll, it'll be an expense of a troll. But yeah, see, ooh yeah, you're old. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome to the real world.
So what we're doing again is we're doing distributive property on the abacus. When we do distributive property means what? We need to take each number and split it. So we're going to do 3, 5, 3, 8, 3. What's going to happen is we're not going to do 80 times 50. What we're going to do is we're going to do 8 times 5. 8 times 5, or 5 times 8, is equal to 40. So remember we talked about 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where I'm going to start. I put 40. Notice I don't need to say 4,000 because the abacus tracks my number. All right. Have a good night. Have a good night. You too, Glaz. You too. I'll see you in my next live. Thank you so much for dropping by. Right. So we have 4,000. 4,000. 4,000. So that's what we're doing. So instead of doing 4,000 like we would on the paper, we just need to do 4 on the 40. 40. Don't forget there's a 0. Don't forget your zeros. What's our next one? Our next one is going to be 8 times 3. 8 times 3 is 24. We add the 2, 1, 2, we add the 4. So what did we just do? We added 40 and then we added 24. Then our next number, we're done with the 8. We're going to go to our 3. So we do a recount. To recount, share, don't forget, we're going to recount. Why? Because we're done with the 8, we don't need to do it again. So we recount 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. When we do a recount, we know where we are. So the next question that we're going to do is 3 times 5. We do not need to say 3 times 50, right? That's the part I have to remember. Yes, that's the one part you need to remember is to recount. So we do 3 times 15. 3 times 5 is equal to 15. Add the 1, add the 5. And then what are we going to do? The next one we're going to do is 3 times what? 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is equal to 9. Remember what we do when it's a single digit. When it's a single digit, we have to make it a double digit. So that means it pushes the number to the next column over. So this is a 0 and it goes to 9. So my final answer is do you see what my final answer is? Let me know in the comments what my final answer is. Hello, Tiffany. Thank you so much for the follow. What is my final answer? 4,399. Thank you, Maya. Thank you, Sheer. Thank you, Tanya. Oh, almost, Tanya. When we do 4, it looks like that. When we do 9, that's what we do, right? 4 and 9. Remember that the top beat is added. So our number is 4,399. I apologize, I didn't see what. Oh yeah, no worries, no worries. What are we learning now? Can you explain it to me? Your screen name is No, so I have to say no. No, I'm kidding. Let's do a review for those of you that just joined. Please keep your mind open for something different.
Now, open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
Thank you, Tanya, for the purchase. Okay, so what are we doing is we're going to review. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what that means. All right? So when we're looking, all the bottom beads that are touching this reckoning bar is considered counted. When we have the count, these are not counted. None of these columns are counted. Thank you, Maya, for checking in. So none of these are counted. So don't these are not counted. That's it. After that is 5. The top beat is a value of 5. We're counting this because it's touching the reckoning bar. When it touches the reckoning bar, oh, I don't know. I don't know if Matilda does abacus. I know Powerpuff Girls do the abacus. I found that one out. Somebody said it in my post, and they're like, oh my God, do you remember about Abacus My Foot? And I was like, what? So I found that episode, and I have it. Oh, I can show it to you. So, yeah. Oh, it's fantastic. Mine has 2 beats. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Okay, hold on, Noun. Hold on. I'll get to that in a little bit. I love Power. Yeah, I didn't know about Powerpuff. Hello, Chaotic. Hello, Chaotic. Yeah, I didn't know about Powerpuff. I started binging on their stuff. I was like, that's pretty cool. I like how they're like really smart and they are happy about it. Okay, so we have 5 on the abacus. We have 6, 1 on the bottom, 5 on the top. Together makes 6. We have 2 on the bottom, 5 on the top. We have 7. 3 on the bottom, 1, 2, 3 on the bottom. And then we add the 5. Now we have 8. We have 4 on the bottom, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom of this reckoning bar. It is considered 9. If I did this, if I have no 5, that is not counted, this is 4. And then now we go backwards. Hello, Mr. Clean. We have 3, we have 2, we have 1, and then we have 0. So then you might be wondering, well, what about 10? Well, 10 is the next number over. So when we're looking, every column is a placeholder. We have our 10, 1, and a 0. We have 20. Now we can count by tens. We have 20, 30, 40, and then 50, 60, 70, 80, and then 90. So the top is considered 5. Yes, the bottom is considered the rice. Hold on, sorry. In the rice cupboard. Cubby. Okay. Hello, Mr. Clean. Thank you so much. So did that make sense, Cream? The bottom beads is a value of 1. When we're looking, this is what it'd be. I don't know where you are in the world, but it'd be like the pennies. It would be considered 1. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you add the 5, now we have 9. Add the 5, now I have 9. Oh, thank you, Mr. Clean. Thank you. Yeah, right? It's getting to be a lot of people. Hello, T-Bear. Oh, thank you so much for the Pharaoh mask. I finally looked up this time. See you later, Mr. Clean. See you later. Thank you so much for dropping by. Let's see. I love to see so many people excited about this great tool for math. Me too. Yes, ma'am, it makes sense. Okay, great. Great. Yeah, I mean, I'm not judging. I don't know where you are in the world because TikTok is everywhere, right? But in America, this is 1 cent. Because this is 1 cent, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's what that would look like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can add it. Right? If we have 5 on the abacus, like that, that's what 5. This is a nickel. A nickel is worth 5 cents. So we have 5. We have 1 more. This is 6. We have 1 more. This is 7. We have 1 more, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 8. And then 1 more. This is 9. There we go. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah. Okay, Cream, does that make sense? Yeah. Let me know if you have it. So all together, yes, exactly. All together is 9. So we have 99 here, right? If we do 99, we can actually do 99,000. 99,000. 99,000. 99, no, that's wrong. 99,000. 99000. Why? Because, let's see if I can do it. If I did 99, what do? I do 99,000.00. That's what that would look like. 99000. The decimal sits between our tens, our ones, and our tenths. And then we have our tenths and our hundreds. That's what that would look like. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, Cream? Yeah. 2, is it blue? It is not. It is, if there are 2 blues, it would look like 55. That's a very good question, Joe. Balls for all. Yes, that's a very good question. So no, 10 would look like that because it's a 1 and a 0. The top bead is a value of 5, so it'd be 55. If I did all of it, right, would this be, I don't know, 10, 20, 35? No, it wouldn't be that. It would be 55,555.55. That's what that would mean. Okay, so somebody has a 2. Okay, noun. This one is called a Chinese abacus. A Chinese abacus has, so it it displays a number. How do you do multiplication with it? Oh, hold on, hold-de-do, chill. We're still trying to figure out how to read these things. What is this? I recently joined and I'm not aware of this. This is what we call an abacus. This is a Chinese abacus. This is a Japanese abacus. And they work very similar. It is a counting tool. It is a counting tool, right? Chill. So when we're looking, noun, I don't know if noun is here. We do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The top bead is, we need to trade this in. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to trade this into 5. That's what 5 is. And we do it again. We could do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we trade this in. Because there's 5 here, we trade it into that. But because there's 10 here, I need to trade that in. So now we have 10. You make fun? Yeah, thank you. I've got new sound bits. Oh, I love it. Thank you, mom to all. I don't really have a flat surface when I practice. Oh, if you don't have a flat surface, I mean, you could use your hand. You could put it on your hand like this, and you could do that. I don't know. Any suggestion to keep the beads from moving? You know what you could do is you could put a felt underneath it. You could put a felt behind it. That's what you could do to make it a little bit stiffer. The floor? Are we saying good morning?
Good morning, apartment. Good morning, doorway. Good morning, wall. Morning, ceiling. Good morning, floor. Ready to start the day.
T-Bear, did that make sense? So here is the backing of it, right? And in the backing, you can actually put felt, not floor, felt. And you can make it a little bit stiffer. The reason why is you're not looking for the speed. The reason why it's easy to move is because they wanted to get the kids to go really fast, right? The Chinese abacus is more simplified to do the, the felt. I was trying to make it more stiff as well. I think the felt would be better. You might need to do 2 layers, but I'm not sure. It depends on how thick your felt is. But then you'd have to do 2, the ones on the top and then the ones on the bottom. And then, yeah, cool. Yes, exactly. Like a pool table felt or like a craft, felt of some sort. Like, you know, when you do crafts. Yeah, if you want to make it stiffer. Okay, so so got that. Chinese is a little bit more confusing. It's a little bit more. Chinese abacus is the same, but do you trade out the numbers? Yes, you trade out the numbers on the Chinese abacus. In the Japanese abacus, we actually use formulas, but in the Chinese one, we actually do a trading out. They do more counting up and trading as opposed to anything else. I don't actually teach the abacus, the Chinese abacus. It feels like there's more simplifying to do at the end of 5 and 2. Yeah, 5, and 2. Okay, what kind of material really other than cheap? Just a kind of material really other than cheap. Yeah, but I would say something that's like a cloth. You know what I mean? Like a piece of cloth, but a little bit thicker, but not too thick, right? You don't want it to be a point where it sticks. I would say cloth because there's a gap in here. I don't know if you could see that. There's a gap. There's a gap between here. Yeah. It could be, like a towel, right? But I don't know how thick the towel is. So you might be able to, you have to be a really thin towel. and then it would be something like that, and then you would have to slide it in to be able to stop it from moving. You would have to really finagle it. You would have to really push it in order to make it the number. So yeah, I was looking at that because I was trying to figure out for like people who are blind and if they want to use this. But there is a Kramer abacus. So yeah, I do a backing because I don't like it see through, and it's harder for the camera to if it's see through. Good. Okay, good, Cream. Yes. Cream, let me know if you have any more questions. Thank you, T-Bear. That was a really good question. So noun. I don't know if noun's still here. So when we're looking, we have 10. This is 10, and then this would be it. So on the abacus, on the on the Japanese abacus, it's similar, but we do more formulas. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. That's what 5 looks like. And we have 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Oh, you're still here. Good. So 9, 10. There we go. If you want to do the abacus like what we do on the Japanese, then what I would do is I would ignore the top beads. That you could do that. You could do that. Or if you're, yeah, I would ignore the top beads. You could still do what we're doing now, but you would just be using the middle beads. It's a little bit, but either way, it's just unfamiliar. Like I'm not familiar with the Chinese way, because I was taught on the Japanese way. So, thank you, Noun, for your patience. So, what are we doing? We are, okay. Yeah, thank you. Oh, thank you. No, I appreciate that. Thank you for being patient. I know I get on a little tangents and stuff. How are we doing? So, what we're doing is we're going to review again. Now, you might be wondering why I'm over here. You'll notice that I have this dot. This is my label. This is my ones label. How high level math of abacus can you use for? It can go all the way to multiplication, division. Ah, thank you, T-Bear. Ah, thank you so much. Joe Mama, you could use abacus for multiplying and dividing. Thank you so much for letting me. Oh, I gotta sing a song. The left brain is connected to the right hand, and the right hand's connected to the abacus. The abacus can help you with calculations and makes you really, really smart. Okay, the multiplication tangent, I will totally take responsibility for that. Is it really a tangent though? It's just showing the students that there is many possibilities. There is many possibilities with the abacus. No, the only thing we do on the abacus is adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. Those are the only 4 things you could do. The left hand is connected to the abacus. Kind of hit. Oh, no, it was the right brain. No, left brain was connected to the right hand, and the right hand is connected to the abacus. That's what it was. Okay, so then you might be wondering, well, I have 2 dots. We all lead her astray. I'm new here. What's this thing? This thing is called an abacus. It's an abacus. Here, let me help you. Abacus. Yeah. Oh no, I totally like going on tangents because it just makes it more fun. It's not so monotonous. But we're going to do a review. When we do a review, every time the bead touches this reckoning bar, it is considered counted. I need to straighten up because I don't like being crooked. Okay, so Gary, when we look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. What we're doing is we're learning how to read the numbers on the abacus. Learning to read the numbers on the abacus, that's all it is. The abacus just represents numbers. That's all it does. And so we have 4 on the abacus. We have 5. That's the value of 5. And then we have 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we have 10. 10 is a 1 and a 0. What are we doing? 10 is a 1 and a 0. Is it here? It's not there. So, what? I don't have it. No, I missed it. Oh, here it is. Nope. Okay, all right. So, when we're looking, we have our 11, 12, 13, 14, and then 15. That's what it is. So we have 15. The top beat is a value of 5 and the bottom beat is a value of 1. When we're looking, this is counted, this is not counted. These 4 beads are not counted. These 3 beads are not counted. That's why this is 15. If I had them all touching the reckoning bar, this would be 49. If I had this one, this would be 99. So anytime the beads are touching the reckoning bar, that is what's being counted. Now, you might be wondering, why am I here? I have a label. That label tells me this is the ones place. I actually have 2 labels. And the 2 labels, thank you, Won't Stop Kyle and Jesus are, or Jesus are. Thank you for the follow. You might be wondering, I have 2. Well, if you notice, my ones is an indicator. This is another label. This is my thousands. So you'll notice that it's grouped. That would be where the comma comes in. So when we do 5,738, that's not 8, that's 8. 7,000, so we do 5,738. That comma tells me is the thousands. Hello, Charis. Thank you so much, Charis. So that's what the dots mean. The dots are just the label. It's not a decimal. The decimal sits between the ones and the tenths. Now you might be wondering, well, I could choose this one as my ones place. This one could be your ones place. And then it would be like choosing a Pokemon.
Pokemon, I choose you.
So I have my ones would be like that. I'm going to clear my abacus and I do my ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we have 10. So now we can start talking about decimals. Because guess what? We can have a really small number over here. That's where this would come in. So we have our, clear the abacus. We have 1.00001. So that is how we do the decimals. And every column is just a place value. That's all. So then you might be wondering, well, what happens if I have more digits? Well, because size matters, right? We can have, this is a 7-column abacus. I have a 13-column abacus. A 13-column abacus will have the dots as well. My labels, ones, thousands, millions, billions, and trillions. So this doesn't stop there. You could choose any one of these to be your ones place. You could choose this to be your ones, and then you would only have ones, thousands, and then millions. Yup. Hey, Daylin. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you, Gary. It is so cool. Yup. I was just wondering about the 40-foot long abacus. Huh. Yeah. So the abacus is just used for, yes, exactly. Exactly, no. It's just to help visualize the numbers. But you know the crazy thing is it's once you're able to visualize the numbers, you will be able to know how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide very easily. And it's the simplest things, but you will be able to visualize it. A 40-foot is the biggest one you have. This is the biggest one that I sell. I do have a 23-column abacus. This one is made out of bamboo and it is a little bit quieter. The beads are a little bit smaller, and but it is the same. It is still roughly the same size, if you could see, right? What else? I have a reset button, and it's a little bit quieter. But this is made out of bamboo, and this one is specifically Japanese made. See, made from Japan. This is the official Tomo Soroban. Yeah. This one are Chinese made. It's made in China. And it's made out of plastic. It works just the same. It works just the same. But I do sell the 13-column abacus as well. Oh, and if you notice, the 23-column abacus also has the labels. We have our ones, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, quadrillions, quintillions. Okay, yeah. So for those of you that just joined, this is a counting tool. This counting tool just visualize your number. So when we're looking, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have 5. The top bead has a value of 5. When the top bead is touching the reckoning bar, it is counted. So this is touching the reckoning bar. I have 2 beads that are touching. This is not 2 though. This is 6 because we have 1 plus 5 is equal to 6. If I have 2, this is 2 plus 5 is equal to 7. We have 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. We have 4, right? This is 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. I'm going to the moon. Oh, yeah! Have a good night. Have a good night, T-Bear. Thank you so much for dropping by. I'll probably do the same. I'm going to go look at the moon for a little bit, too. For a moment before sleeps. Yeah! Have a good night. I will see you in my next live. Thank you again. Thank you again. I appreciate you. All right. Yes. So after 9, we have 10. We have 1 and a 0. Yeah, is it a full moon? I wonder. I'll have to go look later. Right? So you have a 1 and a 0. That's it. All right. So thank you again, everybody, for joining. Thank you so much for the conversation. That was a really good one. Thank you, No, if you're still here. I do appreciate that. Have a good night, everybody. If you have any more questions, I will see you all in my next live. Have a good night.